Hey guys, it's Takeru Inudo here. I'm sorry I haven't made part 2 of my UTAU 101 guide for so long. My life has been really hectic and it's been hard to get back into UTAU again because of several factors. Most of them are personal issues that I am trying to overcome, and I may discuss about those issues in a different video. So, on to part 2 of this UTAU 101 guide. Today we will be talking about recording our voice banks for UTAU. Now there are several things you need to keep in mind when you are about to record your voice banks. And the first thing you're going to want to think about is your microphone. Your microphone plays a very important part in the quality of your voice banks. So always keep in mind that the better the mic, the better the quality of your voice bank. I'm sorry, I'm sick again. Just like in my last UTAU 101 video. Ha. Probably gonna be sick every time I do it, UTAU 101. Anyways, now, how do we achieve a quality voice bank with our microphone? For starters, you want to buy a vocal mic. What is a vocal mic? A vocal mic is most of the time a condenser mic that is made primarily for, you guessed it, vocals. But there are so many different mics. So how do I choose one? Well, choosing a mic is really the hardest part when starting into the UTAU because mics range in so many manners. You can go to the UTA forum for microphone guidance, and you will still be bombarded with several choices. I'm talking about like well over 12 to almost 20 different choices because everyone has their own taste in microphones. And everyone will swear by this microphone or this microphone and that microphone. And it could be really overwhelming and make it even harder to choose a microphone because not everyone, like there are some people who understand microphones very well, and then there are some people that don't necessarily understand the microphone, but they use this microphone, so they swear by this microphone. um at the same time, you can sit through Zuriu-san's video of where they talk about the different mics that are known to work well for the UTAU program and the price ranges. I will also show you their video. Hang on. If I can find it. Where did it go? Lost it, guys. I am so sorry. Go back to here. Oh my god, I lost him. What the hell happened? Okay, hang on. Oh, there you are. It's okay,
They're more
guys.
bassy.
I found it.
Like, they have more...
But, so here's the video. You guys could, if you guys want, you have the time to sit here for about 2 hours and listen to their video on the different types of microphones, experiences, prices, and whatnot. Go right ahead. There's this. If you do watch this video, be sure to give them a thumbs up. Alright? So you guys could either watch through Zuriu-san's videos. Though with all of that said, if you have a tight budget but you still want a nice mic, I do suggest for, oh god, my spelling. Anyways, I do suggest for a starting mic the Samson C01U. This was my first choice, and it really was great for a starting mic. The old model, which I bought 2 years ago, now costs around $60 to $80 on Amazon. While the newer version, the Samson C01U Pro, is $100. it really warmed my heart when CDawgVA suggested the Samson C01U. It made me so happy to hear that because no one really talks about the Samson microphone, and it's a really good mic. And he also explains how you can go ahead and buy the Blue Yeti for 130, but if you want something of similar quality without such a high price, just go ahead and grab the Samson C01U. It's really, it works. It really does work for quality and low cost. Now, even though CDawgVA focuses on voice acting than UTAU, I still highly suggest you watch his video, because if you think about it, making several voice banks from your voice can be difficult, and you can go ahead and try to pitch your tone, but that really won't cut it. That really won't cut it. So practicing voice acting will help you create a more variety of voice banks. So please check out his video, and I will also show you his video. Remember, CDawgVA. Alright, it's a complete beginner's guide to voice acting online. And I'll go ahead and play about just up to 2 minutes. I'll go ahead and play this just up to 2 minutes for you guys, just so that you can have a taste of what he has to offer in this guide.
If you've been voice acting for longer than a year, then this video will be of no use to you. If you want to learn how to be an online voice actor, or you're just looking for a new hobby, then this video is for you, the beginners. So you want to be an online voice actor? Well, you need a microphone. Before you can pick a microphone, you have to ask yourself 2 questions. What is my budget, and how seriously do I take voice acting? If you're on a small budget and you're not sure if you want to pursue voice acting, then I would recommend buying a USB mic for now. If you have a bigger budget and you intend to take voice acting more seriously, then I would recommend getting an XLR mic. But for now, I'm just going to concentrate on USB microphones for beginners. Because if you're a beginner, your main objective for the first couple of months or so is just to improve yourself as a voice actor. There's no point buying an XLR mic if you have no experience in voice acting. You may not even like voice acting, so there's no point spending $300 or more on equipment you might only use for a couple of weeks. So that's why I'd recommend USB for beginners. So what USB microphone do I buy? Well, you have a few options. Now, there's a lot of YouTube videos out there that recommend the Blue Yeti or the Blue Snowball. Now, these are 2 good mics, but in my opinion they are far overpriced for what they are. For $130 you can get a Blue Yeti, or at $70 you can get a Samson C01U. It's more reliable and professional than the Blue Yeti. I want to quickly say that laptop, headset and mobile phone microphones are not okay to use in voice acting. The quality of these microphones just isn't up to par, and if you use these microphones you will never get a role. So save everyone some time and don't do it. Just don't use these microphones to voice act with. Now that you have your microphone, there's 2 more things you need to do. 1 is consider the room around you. If the room around you is large or has many walls, you'll get a lot more reverb and echo in your recordings. And even if your mic is amazing, it will still sound horrible. So recording in small areas is better. Now, if you have reverb in your audio and you can't move to a smaller room, one thing you can do is put a blanket over your head. It will get really hot when you record, but the reverb will be gone. The second thing you need...
Alright, so I don't want to play it anymore because I don't want to steal the spotlight on his video and whatnot. But yeah, go ahead and watch his video on that as well. So that now we're done discussing about your microphone. Now the next part is the software. Now there are 2 common softwares you can get for recording that UTAU users use, and that is Audacity and Oremo. Now I have never used Oremo, and I don't feel like I will ever use it, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't try it. I feel like with Audacity, you can accomplish more in the long run, and it is super friendly for beginners. Again, if you take a look at CDawgVA video that I just showed you guys, He will also mention some other softwares that are good for your recording, that are good for recording and editing. So, also, when you go to watch his video, please make sure you go and leave a like, because it's just nice. People like it when you leave a like. It makes them happy. I really, these three people must not have a life if they bothered to dislike it. They could have just ignored it, but they must really, really have something against CDawg. I don't know what it is, but they must have something against him to go out of their way to give them a thumbs down. Now, the third part is, what kind of voice bank do I want to record? Now, they're all different types, like CV, VCV, CVVC, VCCV, Japanese, English, Chinese, French, etc. There are so many options, but you don't know where to start. Well, that's easy. You start at the bottom with a Japanese CV bank. While right now CV banks are not popular and are normally ignored, it is still best to start at the bottom. This will give you time to prepare to better understand how to improve your recordings, your auto skills, getting to know the pitching and the parameters, and so on. Once you have made at least 10 well-made CV covers, then you can move on to VCV, then to CVVC, VCCV, and then to English and other languages. Now, how to properly record? Well, once you're ready to record, go ahead and grab your handy dandy reclist. Just before you start recording, go ahead and do some warm-ups with your voice. That way you won't crack during some of your words, or you have the it'll be easier for you if you warm up your voice a bit beforehand. When you click on the record button, which I have my handy dandy Audacity right here, when you click on your record button, be sure to leave about at least 2 seconds, maybe 3 seconds of complete silence, alright? Alright, simple. See? Complete silence. It's so easy. It tells you how many seconds, so there's no excuse if you decide to just go like, be like, seriously. Please, just wait 2 seconds. Just wait 2 seconds. That's not that hard. I promise. It's really not that hard. But, then you're going to want to record each word clearly with at least 1 to 2 seconds of silence in between each space of words. When pronouncing your words, be sure your consonants are short and crisp while your vowels are long. If you record your word too short and you try to use it in the UTAU program, the program will stretch and warp your recording in its effort to fill the note's length. So please hold the vowel for at least 1 to 2 seconds long. You need to keep the pitch of your voice as consistently the same as much as possible. If you don't, it will sound very awkward. I do suggest that you clean up and edit your recordings. This normally consists of noise removal, equalization, compressing, and normalize. You may have to play around with your parameters until it sounds good to you. Once you have recorded your words, go ahead and import them all to your voice bank folder and WAV 16-bit file, not 64-bit. 16-bit. Alright, so I actually have a video that already shows you how to
Hello everyone, and this is Takeru Inudo. And
that's my first video.
hello everyone, and this is Takeru Inudo.
But I basically go over the whole mixing and editing before putting it into the program. and I pretty much already show you how it looks when you do it properly. So as you can see, it's not 2 or 3 seconds, but the minimum is 1 second of silence. But as you can see, there's at least 1 second of space between each word, because what you're going to do is you're going to, let me make this bigger, you're going to grab this part and then highlight over to here, because you're going to have a chunk of silence here, and you're just going to catch the very end of your word. You're going to import that into your folder. Alright? Do not, oh my god, please, do not grab from the very, very tippy end to the very, very tippy beginning. Please, don't. Because think about it this way. When we talk, there is a bit of space in between each word that we say. So because of that, when we talk, obviously it sounds natural to us. You want to do the same thing in the UTAU program, because you're going to be using a little bit of empty space before each of your word. You're not going to be using a whole lot of empty space, but you're still going to be using a little bit of empty space before each word. If you cut it from the very beginning of the word to the very, very end, it's going to sound very, very choppy and very, very robotic, which is very unappealing to the ears. It really is, and it gets very obnoxious when you do that sort of thing. So please, for the love of God, don't do that. Alright? And so when you go to import your words after you're done recording them, go ahead and record from the end of your recording, and then drag it just about half a second before your word starts. Alright? It's not that hard. And you're going to do that for each word. That's why you want at least 1 second of empty space between each word. And once you are done with that, well, bam, you just made a voice bank. Congratulations. Give yourself a pat on the back for your hard work. In my next video, which will hopefully be sometime within a week, I will be uploading a little quick tutorial on auto-ing your voice bank, and basically how to use it in the UTAU program, how to do good with it. And I have a little, this is going to be in the next video, but in the next video it's going to be about importing your voice bank into UTAU and using it. And once you are ready to create a cover, after you import your voice bank into the UTAU program, there are several steps you need to follow in order for it to come out nicely. First, you need to auto it. This is probably the most time-consuming part in this whole thing, but thank the Lord, you only have to do it once, if you do it right the first time. Second is fitting the voice bank into the UST. Third is playing with the envelopes. And fourth is adjusting the pitches if necessary. All of this will be in my next UTAU 101 video. So stay tuned for that. I hope this was very helpful. I hope this cleared up any concerns, questions, and issues. If you still have any questions or confused on some things, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I will try to answer you to the best of my abilities. Or if you don't trust me and you'd rather ask the community in the UTA forums, go right ahead. I'm sure there are plenty of people that have just as much experience and more experience than me that can help answer your questions. So I'll go ahead and end this video from here, and hope you guys have a nice day.